Have you ever wondered how many layers of time a single piece of land can hold? From Western Zhou bronzes to Northern Wei Buddhist light, all the way to Tang Dynasty timber frames. This time, I headed to Shanxi province, a land written in wood, stone, and devotion. People always say, if you want to see above-ground relics, Shanxi is the place. But standing here, I realized I wasn't looking at relics only. I was looking at vessels of time. 7 days, 3,000 years. Let's go. We had half a day in Taiyuan, and we gave it to Jinci, and it was totally worth it. This is China's oldest, largest, and most time-spanning classical garden. But honestly, it wasn't the titles that got me. It was the feel of the place. Jinci has over 30 trees that are more than 1,000 years old. The moment you step in, the air goes still, like someone hit the slow-mo button on life. Guess how old the oldest one is? It is over 3,000 years old. A Western Zhou cypress, still standing, still alive. The heart of Jinci is Shengmu Dian, built in the Northern Song Dynasty, about 1,000 years ago. On the 8 front pillars, wooden dragons from that era coil around them so vividly, you'd half expect them to take off. Inside, 43 painted clay statues, all Song original works, each with a different facial expression. Some smiling, some lost in thought, some whispering to one another. They've watched 1,000 autumns come and go. Walking through Jinci, you just feel light and at peace. And guess what? Jinci is only the warm-up. I couldn't even imagine what was waiting next. I took an early train out of Taiyuan, heading north to Datong. First stop is a bowl of dao xiao mian, chewy, rich, so warming. Datong used to be the capital of the Northern Wei Dynasty, a frontier where farming met nomad life, and cultures clashed and fused. And the Yungang Grottoes are the stone epic they left behind. 45 main caves, over 59,000 statues, all carved straight out of the cliff face. No electricity, no dynamites, just hands, hammers, and chisels. How incredible is that? Cave 6 is the crown of Yungang, the biggest, most intricate, almost too ornate to take in. Nearly 3,000 statues put together like a living Buddhist manuscript. Cave 3 is the largest space. You can walk right up to the Buddha's feet, crane your neck, and feel totally tiny. Cave 20, the iconic open-air Buddha, 13.7 meters tall. Its front wall collapsed ages ago, So now it just sits there, enjoying sunrises and sunsets for 1500 years. Right next to Cave 20, Cave 19 hosts the second largest Buddha at 16.8 meters. Tourists love to high-five the statue beside it. And yeah, I did it too. It felt like high-fiving an ancient craftsman across time. Back in Datong's ancient town at dusk, the city walls glowed in gold. Dinner was at a local restaurant, Sandao Cai. Nothing mind-blowing, but no lines, which is a win in my opinion. Afterward, Godan and I wandered over to the Datong Night Dragon Screen. It is larger and older than the one in the Forbidden City. It's 45.5 meters of Ming Dynasty glazed tiles, and those dragons still gleam vividly in the night. Laughing that night, a slow walk in the ancient city, enjoying the evening. I found myself wondering, what did the night sky look like to a Northern Wei local? Today was all about two temples in Datong ancient city. Shanhua Temple. Wide, quiet, ancient, not that many tourists. It's been sitting here for 900 years, asking nothing of the world. In the main hall, on one side, stands a clay statue of Jixiang Tianyu. I stood in front of her, her eyes cast down. Right then, I knew what people mean by a gaze that travels through time. And Huayan Temple has the opposite vibe. Busy, buzzing. But when I stood before the Bodhisattva known as the Mona Lisa of the East, the noise of the crowd suddenly faded away. She holds her palms together, smiling. She's 500 years older than Da Vinci's lady. What secret does her smile hold? Though the giant murals at Huayan Temple are more than repaints, they are gorgeous. Gold paint glitters under the light, so magnificent it takes your breath away. Girls in hanfu drifted through the halls, and for a second, I felt like I've stepped back into the Liaojin Dynasty heyday. Today's lunch was at the local spot Kaige. I highly recommend this place. Tasty, affordable, and they do small plates, so even a solo eater can try a bunch of things. After that, Godan headed back to Shanghai, and I was on my own for the rest of the trip. Dinner for me was simple. The lamb shopping was just okay, but the yogurt was great. I ended my day early today, because tomorrow, 2 architectural wonders were waiting, and I had a feeling they'd blow my mind. 8:15 a.m., the shuttle bus departed on time, heading for Mount Heng. First up, the Hanging Temple. Have you ever seen a temple literally glued to a cliff? For 1500 years, it's just stuck there. How could it be real? The secret lies in the beams, driven deep into the rock like an invisible skeleton. If you're not afraid of heights, you can climb up. Walking the narrow plank path with a sheer drop beneath your feet, definitely going to be heart-pounding and mind-blowing at the same time. How on earth did the ancients do this? Next stop, the Yingxian Wooden Pagoda. "67 meters tall, all wood, 0 iron nails. Tens of thousands of wooden pieces, locked together like a 3D puzzle using mortise and tenon joints. It's been standing for 970 years, through over 40 earthquakes. If you look closely, you will notice its tower body is slightly tilted, but it just wouldn't fall. I'd seen a million photos and videos before coming, but standing there in person, my eyes actually welled up. Dynasties rose and fell, wars raged, people came and went, and the pagoda just stayed, quietly watching. I also dropped by Yungang Temple. The Yuan Dynasty murals were impressive, but the two giant characters Zhang Yan on the outer wall struck me even harder. And Jinci Temple's ceiling is so ornate, it looks like a celestial palace. Totally worth the 5-minute walk from the pagoda. Back in Datong at dusk, I climbed the ancient city wall just in time for a breathtaking sunset. It was so beautiful. I stood there forever, not wanting to leave. That night, I treated myself to a copper pot hot pot, and it was outdoors. Early July in Datong is pleasantly cool, and it was my first street-side hot pot. Oddly refreshing. After dinner, I strolled 2 kilometers back to the hotel. Perfect evening. Woke up feeling dizzy and chilled, probably caught a cold. I got a thermometer delivered to my hotel room and checked my temperature, low fever. This is my last day in Datong, and I was planning to visit the Datong Museum before I leave. Unfortunately, I had to cancel my museum visit. I ordered food from a local chain for lunch. I like it very much. After lunch, I dragged my luggage onto a train to visit the next city, Xinzhou. Today, No sights, no photos, just mountains rolling past the window and a cozy bed. I told myself, rest now so you can go further. And as it turned out, that decision was absolutely right. Guess what I stumbled into after that break? Great news, I was back on my feet. Today's two temples are both deep in the mountains, so I hired a car to get there. Foguang Temple. It lay hidden here for over 1,000 years until 1937, when legendary architects Liang Sicheng and Lin Huiyin discovered it. When I climbed that last step and the main hall suddenly appeared in front of me, I literally forgot to breathe. The massive dogong spread out like giant wings, and eaves jutting nearly 4 meters. This is the largest and highest-ranking Tang Dynasty wooden building left in China. Liang Sicheng called it China's #1 national treasure. Now I get why. No nails, just mortise and tenon, holding firm through a millennium of storms. Tang murals remain inside, faded but still colored, like a postcard from the 9th century. Nanchan Temple. Small, humble, quietly nestled in the countryside. But it's the oldest wooden building in China, over 1,200 years old. Step inside, and the smell of aged timber wraps around you. All the clay statues are original Tang work. Serene faces, flowing robes, pure Tang elegance. No crowds, no noise, just the whisper of wind through ancient trees. What makes these two temples even more special is that together they account for 2 of the only 3.5 Tang-era wooden structures that have survived to this date in China. Real national treasures. Back in Xinzhou ancient town that evening, I headed straight to the food street. Tofu balls, wantuo, grilled pig trotters. I ate until I was happily stuffed. Last day, back in Taiyuan, and I couldn't think of a better way to wrap up this trip than 2 museums. At the Shanxi Museum, everything I'd seen over the past week, Jinci, Yungang Grottoes, Foguang Temple, Yingxian Wooden Pagoda, suddenly clicked into a bigger picture. History, geography, art, culture, the puzzle finally came together. Then the Northern Qi Mural Museum gave me something I'd been looking for. What were the people behind all this culture and art actually like? The murals show hunters galloping, warriors riding, maids bustling about. They had their joys, their worries, their daily grind. Those human touches make history feel alive. My final meal in Shanxi, absolutely satisfying. This trip in northern Shanxi completely exceeded my expectations. This land folded 3,000 years into wood, stone, and earth, and I only got to unfold a tiny corner. So yes, I will be back. Thanks for coming along. And where should we meet next?